Welcome back to the Daily Dose. I'm Susan. That's Robert. We're talking about the holidays and expectations. Holy cow. Do
Yeah.
we enter the holidays wide open to whatever's going to happen? Whatever's going to be served is just perfect and fine? Probably not.
No. Sure like it to be a certain way. Sure like people to get along. Sure like kids to appreciate gifts, adults to appreciate gifts, time spent together counting as a gift. Um,
If you don't
yeah,
actually like turkey, planning something else for
yeah.
dinner.
Well, yeah, there's that constant battle. You're right, and expectations of what's tradition and has to be versus why can't we do this instead? And
Mhm.
and I think that
Yeah.
lays out the truthful message that keeps coming back in the Christmas movie hero's journey. When everything else goes to hell in a handbasket, what made Christmas Christmas? The fact that we were together,
Yeah.
right? Even if it was total. I think of a Christmas story, and I mean, the turkey gets eaten by the Bumpus's dogs while it was the big thing. So what do? They go to the Chinese food restaurant, you know, and it turned
And
out to
that
be
was probably the best Christmas ever, right? Because
there
they
you
broke
go.
the rules or whatever.
It was memorable. It was something, yeah, amazing, and that's the kind of thing, again, Kevin in Home Alone being left alone is not how anybody intended Christmas to be, no matter how angry they were with each other.
Mm-mm. He's a
You know?
child.
But it worked out,
Wow.
in bizarre circumstances, of course,
Mm.
and it helped. Opposite of say the Grinch, Kevin's big thing was the fear and inability to do things on his own. Right? He was the self. He was the unreliable child who couldn't do anything. Who was the baby, right? He couldn't handle anything, and he handled a lot. It turned
Yeah.
out, given a chance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
yeah, this is the magic, the miracle, and the pressure of the Christmas hero, the Christmas movie hero's journey. Right? It is a season. All those expectations you mentioned, it's got to happen now, and that's why we poke at it. Does it have to happen now, or what if it didn't happen now? Right?
Well, time pressures in all of life uh, usually make us our worst. We are our worst when there's time pressure. We make mistakes. We don't forgive ourselves. We can't laugh. We're feeling that you have to live up to somebody else's standards. Whereas at my house, we had 8 people for Thanksgiving, and lots of people brought different things, made different things, and lots of conversations took place. And my niece, who came from Maryland, had a special sweet potato recipe with a little paprika, chipotle, little yumminess. And she, just like all of us, was completely involved in conversations. And dinner was served, and we all forgot that her sweet potatoes were still in the oven. And then she remembered and went to get them, and they were burned on the top and on the bottom. And she was darling. She was so gracious about it. And to have her big contribution, she was so happy about, totally get destroyed. And to smile and be darling and lovely and not embarrassed or not. I was just so proud of her.
Mm. Yeah, the fact that we're more than we think we are, and I think this ties back to something you said earlier about time and pressure being our worst. I'm going to push back a little against that. I think, in fact, under time and pressure, sometimes we reveal our best, and that's the miracle. Sure,
Mm.
idealistically, we'd love to have the time we need and no pressure. Wouldn't that be nice? Life
And
doesn't tend to work
oh,
that way.
yeah,
So, and again, storytelling certainly doesn't work that way. And there's a reason why stories do this, right? With time and pressure. And what is revealed with that time and pressure is, again, sometimes miraculous. It
yeah,
is, from a trope standpoint in the Christmas world, it's the Christmas miracle. It's impossible. It couldn't happen. and yet it does, and it restores our faith in humanity.
And you're more joyful when you overcome something like that. And so I'm so glad you did push back on that. If we feel like we can feel like we failed or we
Yeah,
disappointed or whatever.
yeah.
And
It's all part of the Christmas hero's journey, movies or otherwise, and that's why
yeah.
they reflect that to us. Thanks a lot for these doses. We'll see you on the next one.